Hey everyone, hope you are having a great day. It is Thursday already. The week is flying by and hope that you're all doing well. Want to look today at Romans chapter 12. I'm kind of cutting this off because it's the passage that we could really talk about is really pretty long, and so I'm going to break it up into two parts. I don't know that it's a great break, but it's kind of what I thought about today. What I'm going to do today is we're going to look at Romans chapter 12, verses 9 to 13. And I'm going to do it verse by verse and then go back and read the entire verse because I kind of broke it apart a little bit and looked at what some of the words mean in Greek to maybe help us see a little bit more of what Paul was trying to get across. These are what Paul's talking about are the marks of a Christian. This is what we are supposed to be about. And it's really very, very practical. It's also really, really difficult to make this into a reality. So let's just look at some of these verses, and 5 verses. We're going to jump through them pretty quickly. The first verse, Romans 12:9, Paul says, "Let love be genuine, abhor what is evil, hold fast to what is good. Let love be genuine." In other words, the word genuine comes from a Greek word which says, don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a phony. So when we talk about something being genuine, we're talking about not being the opposite of that, of being a hypocrite or a phony. Have you ever had people who are phony to you? And, they kind of seem like they love you, but really deep down, they're being a phony. They're being a hypocrite with what they say. And he says, abhor what is evil. That means to detest, to move away from, abhor it, detest it. And then he says, hold fast to what is good. And that word, that phrase, hold fast, literally means to cleave. It's like, hang on. And it could be a phrase that would mean glued together. So be glued to what is good. Hold on tight to what is good. And then he goes on, he says, love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. The word to love one another here is the word, literally, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. So that's exactly what Paul is saying. He's using the word philos and the word phia to say love one another as a brotherly love. And then he says it with brotherly affection. And what that really means is love one another with a family love. Now, sometimes we have dysfunctional families and families where we don't love one another and we're really at odds with one another. That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about truly loving one another as you would love an esteemed family member. Outdo one another in showing honor is pretty much what he's saying. Try to outdo one another. It's almost the sense of a competition. And wouldn't that be cool if we tried to do that in our own families? Compete with one another, but in a fun way, in a loving way. Compete with one another to show honor to one another. And then he says, do not be slothful in zeal, but be fervent in spirit. Serve the Lord. And the word slothful could mean lagging behind or to be unready. So you're not ready, you're unprepared. And to be fervent means literally a passion that's boiling up. It's actually the word for to boil. And so you're boiling, you're all excited, you're fervent in spirit, and you seek to serve the Lord. That's a word that would be doulos, which is someone who is a slave for the Lord or a servant for the Lord. And then he says in verse 12, rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer. And the word hope is a phrase that for us should mean the same. It's an expectant hope. It's a hope that you believe is going to be realized. And to be patient means to stand your ground. It's not necessarily long suffering, but it's standing on, being firm in what you're doing. And then tribulation are the pressures that are kind of pushing in on you. So rejoice in hope. Have this expectant hope as you stand your ground amidst the pressures around you, and you are constantly in prayer. And then finally, he says in verse 13, contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality. And this is kind of a fun phrase. because to contribute is really just to participate or share. Share in the needs of the saints. And he says, seek to show hospitality. And the word to seek literally means to aggressively chase. So it's not just, well, I'm going to try to show hospitality. No, you aggressively chase hospitality. And the word hospitality is made up of two words in Greek, which are really pretty cool because they're basically opposites. And hospitality is showing love to a stranger, showing love to someone who you don't know. And the word hospitality is made up of those two words, friend, stranger. So almost two opposites. And that's what we're supposed to do, is show love, welcome in someone who you don't know. And that's true anywhere we go. You can be hospitable anywhere. So that whole phrase, and I know this is going on a little bit longer today. So what are some of the marks of a true Christian? Have genuine love. Abhor what is evil. Hold fast to what is good. Love one another. Do it with brotherly affection. Outdo one another, showing honor. Don't be slothful in zeal. Be fervent in the Spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Be constant in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality. That's kind of where we're at today. Tomorrow is a whole lot more. That's not good English, but anyways, it is a whole lot more anyways of phrases, little one-liners from Paul that are telling us how to live our lives as Christians. And in our world today, man, we need this. We need to show who Jesus is by the way we live our lives. Well, this has been long today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it's been helpful. Have a great day. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow.